Right, hello everyone. Tonight we're doing some more Age of Wonders 4 now that the Watcher update has been released.
Choose your destination.
Which because of how big of an update it is, we're going to be playing the same ruler as we were before. Possibly in a different realm. Yeah, I think let's generate a new realm. We're grabbing onto the specific. There we go. Now we've got that set up. So we've got Lava Divide, a Desert Realm, Inhabitants Demonic Realm, and I think I'll pass on the Ashen War and the Underground Start. Let's see. Either realm features primarily land divided in two by an ocean of lava. The realm consists of two massive land masses separated by an impassable ocean of lava. It's a desert realm, so mostly desert with rare forests, and fiend units will be common. I think that's fitting.
Your journey starts here.
Yep, Qruuz is still here, so now we can just have Qruuz plus a bunch of random emeralders. Right now it just needs to generate the realm. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Momentarily thought I heard something that needed my attention. But apparently not. Let's see, we've got the Tome of Evolution, or Resilient. We've got Resilient and Cold-Blooded, which I believe are just the default lizard folk traits. And we're barbarian, ends with the ruthless raiders and prolific swarmers traits. Starting magic is youthful rejuvenation, and along with the reckless. Alright, and here's our initial scout. You can start scouting along the one road that leads away from here. Meanwhile, we'll send the main squad to go and fight any of these Inferno puppies that are pretty much right outside the city. Right, send the melee at the front. Not the range behind. But you've only got one true melee unit hit in this entire squad. I believe everybody else has at least a ranged ability, if not being exclusively ranged. Qruuz gets a couple hits in with his bow. A little more to some javelin and throws in. And as well as some poison blasts. In fact, we were able to finish off that entire group of Inferno puppies. He's without sending in the melee guys at all. Yeah, naturally, this guy's just got demolished. But you know that's because of being the only people in melee range in the entire combat. Few good hits in. And in the turn, they're losing morale, so they might not even have to kill all of them. The last few might just turn tail and run. Okay, we'll be right back after this. Alright, so this side there actually was something happening that needed my attention, but I'm back now. And we've got arcane research we need to do. The Slither hatchling. Oh, and we've got a couple level ups. I think we were going Bloodlust before. We can pick up archery too as well. And we can go ahead and pick up this mana sash as well. Let's see, probably there's a mana sash up there. Looks like the only special resource that... Okay, so we've got two special resources, so we're probably expanding southward. Or for the most part. Because we've got a gold vein right here, and an iron deposit here. Here we can build either a farm or a mine. I think we'll probably go farm here. And then either forest or a quarry over here. Yeah, I think once we gain another point of population, then we'll probably go forester or over in this province. We should be able to just go ahead and queue up of the ritual site and the storehouse. Because I believe if I'm able to boost them, then I'll get a refund and on any extra gold that was spent. And because they were initially more expensive. And there's a brigand camp here. We've got to wait a turn before we can actually do anything about it. The lower spell should be fine. We can probably start queuing up some warriors and sunderers back at Scab. And that'll help us recover if we lose too many units in this fight. That's interesting. And apparently, because we're in a demonic realm, at least some hostile NPCs will just be generated with the demonkin and transformation. It's not all going to just be the default pool of fiends. Means it's gonna be some demon frogs apparently as well. And start firing off all the ranged attacks. Next, we're getting some good hits then. Unfortunately, it looks like they're mostly targeting the units with actually decent melee as well. Right, Qruuz can just finish that one off. Right, they're down to 2 units, one of which is basically dead. I think these guys should probably prioritize the dogs because they've got actually decent melee. Throw them some temporary hit points. I didn't think you could do ranged attacks in point blank range like that. But we won and we only lost 1 unit. I've got 68 reduction and draft and the male of the Razorback. Grants +1 defense, and it's charge resistant, unaffected by the bonus effects of charge attacks. It can be counteracted by using heavy charge strike. In Quillhide, melee attackers sustain 3 physical damage per attack. That seems like pretty useful. Little armor. So that right there, we're probably going to want to at least explore the underground, because that's probably going to be our route to bypassing the lava divide. Assuming that doesn't just go all the way to the underground, which would make sense. So we're annexing Forrester over here. We've got the Altar of Stars over here, which is a gold ancient wonder. Counts as mine. +5 Imperium, and plus 30 gold, -5 Knave happiness. Magic origin units require 50% less upkeep in the city domain. Adds a Phoenix unit to the Rally of Lieges. Structure can only be entered and fought by one army led by a hero. I think maybe this is the area where we went to build all our next cities. So let's get Qruuz and the gang heading over that way. There's another road over this way. That's probably where we find it. And our city state. Our independent city. So we can go for either Enchanted Crow Companion, Primal Mark, or Wayfinder enchantment. Don't really have much in the way of non-barbarian units just yet, so I'm thinking maybe Wayfinder enchantment. We can also pick up Call of Chaos. Being an infestation grants you a unit based on the infestation defeated. Yes, maybe we Maybe we could let Scab just expand over that way. Because a gold Ancient Wonder is kind of late game, so yeah, maybe we hold back on that a little while. Because, you know, maybe we can find a nice, just like bronze Ancient Wonder instead. Let's see. Let's go ahead and annex a farm there. Here to get that extra gold. And then also throw the vendor and the workshop up in the queue. Now that they're boosted. Right over here, we've got the Contender's Ruins. Which I think that's a bronze, so we should be able to take on that pretty easily. Yeah, we should be able to handle this. It's like new research, economic vitality, and some wyvern fledgling. Are gonna be the fastest. Yeah, let's go Draconic Vitality. We can start casting the Wayfinder enchantment. Grab fruitful integration, and in turn. Still no sign of our right, so this is either the domain of an infestation or a free city. While traveling past a hill crowned with the vestiges of a ruined castle, you hear the remote echo of a cheering crowd. You move closer to investigate. The ruins open out into a makeshift fighting arena. In the gap formed by a broken wall, All stands a group of cursed toadlings. Gangs led by a ringmaster gesturing at you. A noble chaos prince graces us with his presence. Welcome, bloodthirsty onlooker. He smiles with a mouth missing most of its teeth. Do toadmen even have teeth? I run this mobile fighting establishment. The toughest gladiators bring home the gold. He holds up a pouch filled with coins. Ringmaster proclaims, join the carnage, defeat my heroes, and win the gold. Gold, are you so those pretty legs to run straight back home? It says a risky battle regardless. I guess we just throw in some gold all to get a buff. Also, there's Gunka the guide, Samish the knife, and Gunka the dagger. Yeah, this must be why it's a risky battle, is because it's 3 heroes versus 1 leader and a bunch of regular units. I mean, they're also all level 1 heroes, so it shouldn't be that hard. You know, hence why it's only risky rather than and much more difficult. Move these guys all the way over here. In order to not have to put them directly into the cacti. Yeah, positioning proving to be a bit of an issue. Yeah, especially when Qruuz decides to just run right through the cacti because he can't move through his own unit. We're getting more damage on this guy than our other potential target, so oh, guess we're targeting over there. And let's give these guys a boost. And somebody to share the aggro with. And they just all died immediately. The use of the spell was kind of a waste. They're basically just kind of willing this guy down. Alright, let's see Berserk. Maybe we don't want to go Berserk right now. Instead, we just want to get some healing going. Healing that immediately gets completely removed. Alright, we finally took one of them down. Alright, we've turned the tide of this battle quite a bit. So it's just one of them left rather than the entire squad. He also seems to be the most difficult one. But, you know, maybe morale will do the job for us. Yep, now she is ready to bail. Yeah, sure. You're victorious against a band of fierce gladiators. Ringmaster grins and weaves his way past it as expired combatants. Amazing, by the god, I haven't seen that sort of fighting in ages. He pats that's a fat coin purse on his belt. Coins jingle. I suppose you expect payment, my Chaos Prince. He looks around and says, "Pack up, boys, the Contender's ruins have a new owner, and his name is Qruuz." He grins at Qruuz while his underlings mutter and leave. "Here's our cut of the winnings. Now we'll take our leave," he says, holding out a much smaller bag of coins. Ooh. Yeah, let's get Joseph the Cleaver. or as an available little hero in our recruit pool. And then let's start building up an outpost. No Scab can annex another province. Let's go for a quarry. Then throw the ancestral seer hall all on the queue. Queue up some more units. Yes, Wayfinder enchantment. Apparently Gunka died. Like our crypt has access to all three of these valiant Toadman heroes. Oh, still no signs of any nearby. My free says he's just far. He's thus far. Yeah, because this is territory of an astral rift. Has potential to be a big problem. And it's a gold infestation spawner. Right, get impressment so now we've got 20% less upkeep. If on our tier 1 units. As a Wizard King, you remember your first uneasy steps as you returned from the Void, long before arriving on this realm. Time has passed since. You've already gained a following and made a name for yourself. Years of torment lie behind you now, and you are able to live in the moment again. The astral flow has been to your will. It is time to look forward. Thinking of how you've come, thinking of how far you've come, who empowers you? How will you use this sudden surge of power? So you can gain Imperium, and food, a War Shaman. Yeah, let's go for the 294 or draft that immediately finishes our entire unit queue. Oh, that sounds useful. In fact, we even got a free warrior as a bonus. Well, an immediately finished warrior. Primal Mark, Vision of Victory. Now we actually have a use for Primal Mark because we've got Because the slither hatchlings are not barbarian units, so they don't automatically have primal mark. Marked just by existing. Let's have a work camp in this outpost province. Actually, let's check. Okay, yeah. It doesn't stop us from founding a city here later. Honestly, we probably could just go ahead and make this a city. We got Cloud in the Ball and a 3-hex cone pushes back all units 1 hexes it and inflicts wet. I think for right now we'll leave this as an outpost. You see, maybe we don't want to have an important city right near that astral rift. Right, Scab can annex another province. There's an oasis right here. Another grants plus 10 food. And we've just gotta deal with the Inferno puppies that are guarding it. Let's see. Second party would boost it as our blacksmith. And the academy, once we have a research post. Second, Forester could boost a granary. Let's go Forester on this one. And for that boost of the granary. Because more food is always useful. Let's start casting our minor race, his transformation. When we move our units over towards the let's see, Oasis. Yeah, Forbidden Shrine here. It's silver. Over ancient wonder. And I managed to... Yeah, I'm just gonna turn this into a city then. Because apparently they managed to... Who found the city one province too far away to be able to just immediately grab the contender's ruins. Unfortunately, it only takes a single turn, so... Now we've got the quarry and the contender's ruins into this in Hellberg. Means it's time to recruit who to hero. They've got our choice between Joseph the Cleaver, unaffiliated Metropolitan Lizards, and a duelist. Deals 50% plus 50% damage, has +3 a defense and resistance against heroes. Garth the Righteous is a trainer, while army leader, all non-hero units in the army gain plus 50% experience, or Ika the Adept. Pragmatic leader, while army leader units in the army gain cold-blooded. So basically all the non-lizards in the army get a boost. Joseph is free. Hey, let's just grab him. He can be the governor of Hallberg as well. So they get 4 more production, 2 more gold, and 2 more food. Magistrate Roniel Hilzenduza of the Free Sea Dondel all greets you with hostility. We Mole Lightbringers of Dondel will fight for our freedom and stand against anyone who threatens our free city, even when they're led by a chaos prince like you. Blood of invaders, thieves, and spies will nourish the fields. You're at war with Dondel. I mean, that's not even the free city I'm looking for, because like... The free sea I'm looking for is full of lizards. Or it's not moles. I think we could just auto-combat this. Yeah, we didn't even have a single casualty. And we got 62 food and an eagle bow. Fires range shoot bow, fires range attack and projectiles at a target enemy unit. Affected by line of sight rules, cannot be used when within. Okay, so the eagle bow specifically just grants 20% accuracy. But hey, it's a nice new bow. In fact, I think it does more damage as well. Alright, so Halberg. Just barely unable to get to the Forester right now, so yeah, once they're able to, they could be pretty good. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Just needed to step away for a moment to grab something to drink. So Scab can annex another province. I mean, we might as well queue up the town hall. Well, since that should unlock stuff like the archer battlements, you can also throw onto the queue. We've currently got a farm, a quarry, and 2 foresters. So let's go ahead and get another quarry. We should probably have some units training over in Halberg in order to defend it in case any species from that astral rift come to try and raid. And ruler leveled up. You can go defense, balance 1, fighting 1, primal mark, sprint, keen edge, sentinel. Power, lightning evoker, magecraft 1, resistance 1, fighting leader, restore, shepherd, herd, or vigor. So I think we were aiming towards killing momentum. So I think we'll probably go like defense. That's 1. And this is level 4, so we gain access to a signature skill, either Visions of Woe, Reckless Rage, Warding Bond, Mass Rejuvenation, Rallying Blessing, or Dark Ritual. Definitely not going Dark Ritual. Reckless Rage is melee stuff. I guess it's either Visions of Woe, Warding Bond, or Mass Rejuvenation. Now let's go Visions of Woe. And we didn't actually confirm defense 1. But now it is confirmed. The press has a total of six defense. Or it should bloodless to evasion as well. If it does, I'm not seeing it. And on this menu. Right, Draconic Vitality has been cast, which apparently means in part losing your helmets. I guess the horns get in the way. Oh, and because we've got a tiny bit of astral affinity now because as we went for the astral signature skill. Right, a distraught member of the Reptilian Survivors Council requests an urgent meeting. Terrible news, my Chaos Prince. Our scouts have reported sightings of an army of watchers roaming our lands. Our forebears told legends of these creatures that they are bringers of death, and that seeing such a creature heralds 77 years of bad luck. We must drive it away immediately to prevent unrest in our cities. Reptilian survivors are in panic when they notice. Reptilian survivors will panic when they notice that the watchers are nearby. Quickly, O Chaos Prince, you must dispatch them. Well, nice of them to spawn right nearby. Alright, time to select another tome. Going to be the Tome of Evocation.
Just as you may effectively utilize the protective potential of magic, it follows that you can employ it in a more devastating fashion in order to visit harm onto your foes. The thunder and the fury of the skies is at your disposal if you prove yourself worthy. Its tempestuous, destructive force is a perfect tool for blasting apart your enemies.
For 10 search and long march, your army comes face to face with the roaming watchers. So the terrible creatures causes fear to ripple through the reptilian survivors in your army. The deafening silence betrays the hesitation of your troops. Their morale won't hold. Watchers have noticed your troops and prepared to attack. What will you do? I will need to make sure that. Right, spend the gold, and we can just auto-combat this. Yes, I think now that the watchers are gone from our lands, the Reptilian Survivors Council will contact you again. Marvelous work, Qruuz the Silent Death. Just marvelous. We managed to contain any panic with regards to the watchers' sightings. It seems we are in the clear. All thanks to you, of course. The Reptilian survivors will hear of your victory. Perhaps our superstitious beliefs can be transformed into a virtue of our people. All cities of the reptilian survivors of your empire. Effects 2. Gain 20 city stability for 6 turns. Yeah, let's go for better defenses because that auto completes both the granary and the palisade walls. Let's grab battlefield looting. Still have yet to find any sign of the free city that by default spawns nearby, or any of the other rulers. Right, so researching fulmination. I think we throw the Wizard Tower Foundation and onto the queue. And Scab. Let me just end the turn. We don't really have much that's demanding Qruuz's attention. And outside of the city, so... And most of the exploration efforts can be done with our scout. We can start casting Primal Mark. I think maybe we hold off on producing new units in Scab until we get at a higher tier. They're available. And now we can start producing Furies. Maybe right now we send these guys over to supplement the troops over Nurnhalberg. Climate has changed to neutral. I think maybe the city state might be over down towards this way or something. Alright, we don't have the goal to queue anything more. Gab can annex another province. So maybe we go ahead and get research posts in. And because then once we have the gold, we can build the academy. Alright, and cast Primal Mark to give our Slither hatchlings the ability. So yeah, when we have stuff that cares about units with Primal Mark, then all of our units will qualify. Diplomatic Focus is available, but you don't really need more Whispering Stones because that's the one free city we've encountered was immediately hostile. It does appear to be a road trailing off from the altar of stars over here. So maybe that's something we need to look at. We've got Fulmination. Now we can research Vision of Victory. Upper can annex another province. Go ahead and get that Forester, which was a major boost. And Scab, let's get to work on that academy. And we've got soil tenders now, so farms grant another +5 food. We'll probably want to deal with this squad over here fairly soon. Some veterans. Your hero, Joseph the Cleaver, appointed governor of Halberg, approaches you in distress. Wise Chaos Prince, I would like to ask for your advice on the following matter. A group of disgruntled veterans has been stirring up trouble in the city. They have set up camp just outside the gates, where they continue to sow dissent and make demands. If the city guard does not want to take up arms against their own. Great Chaos Prince, can you relieve us of these dissenters? Yeah, I'll deal with the insurrectionists. Oh, apparently they're over here. So troops engage a group of fiends. It becomes apparent they have been conjuring a portal to withdraw. The Gremlin, the apparent leader of the... Not sure. Let's just let them leave. That means that we can just... grab Joseph, and he can deal with his own veterans, basically. Now he's gonna be the one leading the charge. cards in this fight. Okay, just as soon as he gets over here. Visions of Victory. Rapid Evolution Enchantment. Over here, they've completed the storehouse, so we can... You know, we might as well just go ahead and have them start working on... Let's go for Ancestral Seer Hall over there. Yeah, seems like this is kind of a dead end, but maybe this cartographer will reveal something useful. Oh, hold on here. There's a city over here. So that might actually be the city we've been looking for this entire time. Alright, new rally has started. Yeah, we can get Butcher Ogres and Brewer Ogres. That's because we've got not the Contender's Ruins. See, the Brewer Ogre has the ability to drink. Unit gains 2 strength and 2 Sunder defense, and the Frigid Belch ability. Future Belch that deals damage in a 1 hex cone. It has a chance to freeze. You know, this guy just has Demolisher and Charge Resistance. Going Butcher's Cut. Target enemy unit has a chance of being killed instantly. Chance scales with missing health. You know, let's go with this guy. Yeah, there's apparently something from the Astral Rift entering our domain. And so that's not good. You encounter the insurrectionists in of Halberg, a group commanded by a Fury, who takes a brave stance when seeing your troops. They've heard about our protests, as she asks. Then you must have heard about the way you were treated too. Long have we guarded your city, fought alongside you, but what then? The old and wounded are tossed aside like old dish rags. No more. Our work and sacrifice deserves respect. We demand food and shelter for the wounded and elderly. We do not wish to fight you, O Chaos Prince, but we will fight for the well-being of those who served you. Yeah, sure. You dealt with the disgruntled veterans and restored peace to Hellberg. Joseph the Cleaver is relieved. Thank you, Chaos Prince Crut. That was a silent death. For restoring order in Hellberg. Citizens are very impressed by your actions. They won't rise up again for a while. Even the elderly are more motivated than ever. It seems the veterans of the city are eager to show their worth once more. What should we have them do? And give them a say on the council. Let them protect trade caravans. Or use their experience to train the guards of Hellberg. Oh, that was just 2 units that got done instantly. Chiefess Pish Lashmaster of the Free City Thorn. Arn greets you nervously, as if they might invoke your wrath at any given moment. Well met, Qruuz. As a silent death, we reptilian survivors of Thorn have heard many stories of the torment of shadows those you went through and the power you wield. We hate to imagine what you forsook to earn it. Hopefully, you will curb any potential power-hungry tendencies as you make your way through these lands. Give Pish Lashmaster one of your whispering stones to start negotiations and gradually improve their allegiance with you. Yeah, now we can finally start in on befriending the nearby free city of our own people. I'm gonna say maybe we send... Yeah, we're gonna want to send probably both of these groups together for to deal with all of these guys. Scab can annex another province. Probably throw the blacksmith on the queue. Scholar's Guild requires 2 research posts. We've got 2 foresters, 2 quarries. Let's just go for another farm. Dondell has sent a war party. Probably have to deal with that soon. Now I think our focus is on dealing with these guys right here. I think we can probably start auto-exploring with our scout. Let's go for Summon Wyvern Fledgling. Start the Rapid and Evolution enchantment. Lure of the Horde. When in battle, you have a 25% chance of gaining a tier 1 or 2 unit that can be produced in a city. Or we can go for Astral Research Spellcasting. Casting a combat spell reduces the cost of all other combat spell types by 25% for 2 turns. Almost go for both right now, but let's go Lure of the Horde, and in like a turn we can grab the other one. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Golden Herald Eric Rex of the Faithful Tigrants. Let's hope this realm is big enough for it's big enough for all of us. As an artisan merchant, and it likes empires that trade grievances and empires that don't break trees. Dislikes empires of the weaker military and empires that start wars. Chief Lashmaster of Thorn interrupts your negotiations. You can't pretend anymore. Why negotiate when I'll be dead tomorrow anyway? Fish Lashmaster, Earth's voice trembles. I'm certain that pretenders to my throne are stirring up my people against me. They spread lies about my incompetence as a ruler, and now I'm certain of it. They intend to make their move by taking my life. Assassins are after me. Do you desire to strengthen the bonds between our houses? Please keep me safe. Maybe we don't want to just lose Joseph so soon after gaining him. I think we're gonna have to deal with Draft and Scab being blocked for 3 turns. Alright, low risk battle, let's just auto combat it. And they all just got eliminated. And on top of that, we got the Fury. Now we have a Tranquility Pool. Now let's see, where's that war party? No signs of them so far, so maybe we see about dealing with this astral rift. You know, it is a gold infestation spawner, so it's gonna be a little difficult. Our Chaos Prince Qruuz, the silent death of the reptilian survivors. I am impressed. Tread carefully before I decide that your realm was actually worth conquering. Oh, hey Tempest. Long time no see. You think a feeble attempt at flattery will convince me of your goodwill? You need more than that, Chaos Prince. And he likes empires that have summoned units, empires that have defeated other empires, and dislikes empires that trade grievances, and empires with stronger research. So it looks like there's something over here. Here that we need to watch out for. Okay, so now we're getting our tier 2 tome. Growing Tome of Winds.
High above the petty machinations of mortals lies the domain of the sky. Here, the winds flow wild and free, unfettered by the land below, uncaring, powerful. Those who manage to bend these winds to their will harness a truly powerful and liberating force. Foes are swept away, plucked from safety, and allies are buoyed, bolstered beyond their land-bound capabilities.
So Halberg needs that more production. They're able to annex another province. In fact, they can annex one that lets them build a second forester. And so then they can build the granary. Negotiations succeed. Now we've got a pact of cooperation. Looks like the Eric has also been trying to sway Thorn onto their side. Okay, so the Astral Rift is in the state of invasion. Rain Prey will emerge in 0 to 3 turns. I think these units might also be from the Rift. Arcrex has started negotiating with Thorn. But we're already ahead of them. And time to start learning the equivalent of Winds of Fury in the form of Abducting Cyclone. Oh, it looks like Tempest been exploring the underground a little bit. Also, there's the war party, maybe from Dondel. Low risk battle, just gonna auto combat it. And we've got one with lightning strike, so let's give Qruuz that. Right, and a hero leveled up. I think Joseph probably wants to go mostly melee. Yeah, he can also just grab Bloodlust. Ooh, Tempest apparently feels threatened. The ruler feels threatened by your empire, which affects your relations with them by 400. It also makes trading with them more costly. You found none of the following contributing factors. They are in need of better relations. Your overall rankings are closely matched. Proximity of your domain is threatening them. Others have declared friendships with you. Oh yeah, I guess we did get a declaration of friendship. Yep. This turn, in fact. Let's see, we can pick up adaptive research. Looking and shuffling. Unlocking and shuffling research. Nerd skills cost 50% less. Research city structures cost 50% less gold. Hold and protection to build. Climate change to good. You know what, let's just auto combat that. And that gets Qruuz another level. Which means another warfare skill unlock. Ooh, melee and physical range attacks gain plus 10% damage. You can also go Eagle Eye, pay for extra accuracy. I want to say you can't go above 90%, so unless it just so at most that extra accuracy would offset any debuffs, perhaps. You could also add some lightning damage. Let's go martial expertise to further buff the bow. And yeah, of course, Mars Grace Induce's corpse has been and collected. And let's summon a wyvern fletchling. And that'll bolster our army heading into potentially assaulting this astral rift. Have to try and clear it. And they'll make Tempest a little happier because now I've got a summoned unit. Yeah, I'm not sure we're taking out this astral rift anytime soon, considering that one of the units defending it is a Balor. Yeah, impossible battle. In risky battle. Campus low stability, so maybe we throw a tavern into the queue. Our development skill available. Guild Raiders, pillaging a province takes -1 on turns and yields plus 20% and more rewards. Pillaging units are healed for 20 hit points. Scab can annex another province. If anything that can be boosted. The Caltrip stash can be boosted with another with a mine. But we don't have anywhere we can build a mine, so guess maybe we go Forester instead. Summon another wyvern fledgling, I guess. Hearts of Iron. Chaos Prince has a silent death. I urgently request your audience. Your hero, Joseph the Cleaver, visits you with a concerned look in his eyes. Our defense is lacking. I arduously may serve your ambitions. For you, I venture into the wilderness or invade your rival's territories. His Joseph kneels. But now that I've started a family, my priorities have shifted. These days, my mind lingers with my family inside major borders. I've witnessed the ferocity of our enemy's forces. Our realm's protectors cannot withstand them. We need powerful reinforcements. Joseph the Cleaver frowns. I can manufacture golems, defenders of our homelands. However, building them requires some astral dew. Could you secure that? Yeah, I will try. That's all I can say for sure. Is that I will try. Oh, and in fact, there's astral dew right here.
Beware. You are engaging combat with a high-tier unit. Unit tiers are shown in the bottom left of their portraits in the army panel. The higher a unit's tier, the more dangerous they are. Right-click on their portrait to investigate them further and prepare accordingly. Or rethink this combat.
Let's see, it's currently rated as a risky battle. For 3 turns, all positive status effects are dispelled from all units. For each status effect dispelled, the unit gains sundered resistance. You might perhaps be able to bring these guys in as well. And Dondell is sending another war party. But, you know, if it's anything like the last one, not gonna be that impressive. Greetings, Chaos Print. And Qruuz, the silent death. May wisdom guide your path in this realm. Zedavaka greets you cautiously. How do you greet Empress Zedavaka, a world shaper? Send a welcome gift. You know, this is gonna be an intense fight. Oh, now there's more of them. However, we can just do a good old auto combat on this squad that spawned over here, and then and that took out some of the reinforcements. But because there's a Balor involved, like, I went to do manual combat on this one. Just because, like, most of our advantage is probably going to be just an action economy from having this many units. But I fully expect that a lot of them are probably gonna die. Because they're up against a tier 5 mythic unit. I should not have moved across that close. I was not paying attention to who I was moving. But, you know, hopefully most of their attention will be elsewhere. And hey, out of all of the combatants in this battle, Qruuz is the one that's guaranteed to have the ability to come back. Like on account of being a leader. Nobody else gets that kind of benefit of technically guaranteed survival. Oh, and the Balor just walks right past him to go attack like the weaker troops. That's a lot of casualties just on our enemy's first move. I think I may have made a mistake. It says it's a safe fight, so one of our some of our units also went insane. Stepping out of there. Fulmination, all these guys without having Qruuz also get hit. Yeah, we're basically just gonna sort of swarm the Balor, I think. To the little extent that we were able to. Ooh, that's a nice big hit. Refuge invulnerable and stunned. So I guess we'll focus on something else. We can... There we go. Now Qruuz is free to do his ranged attack. The 12 or 18. Let's go with 18. Yeah, at least you got good use of that bottle. Well, clearly that was a better item than I immediately thought. Because it lets you just shunt everybody in your space out of the way. Seemingly without them being able to retaliate. Alright, Qruuz is gonna keep firing on the Balor. That's probably gonna be one of the boys on the ground. They're gonna get the kill. Yep. Balor's dead. Granted, it did deal some fire damage, but kind of unavoidable. Oh, given the situation. Shoot bow at the... Oh, these nightmares. I'll throw fulmination at 2. You know, this fight just got way easier because of Balor's dead. And it hardly got a chance to do much of anything impressive. Like, I think it killed a couple weak units, and that was about it. Well, Qruuz is down. And I believe... Well, Joseph was gonna kill that nightmare, but it died from, I think, electricity from the fulmination. Alright, finish off that unit. And these guys can start moving on to the next one. Pretty much just focusing fire on like 2 remaining units. Then we've got, you know, all these melee guys that is just having to do their best to get where the action is happening, and just so that they can actually contribute, to the fight. And that's another enemy down. And that's the fight completed. With effectively only 4 casualties is on our side, because as Qruuz doesn't really count, since he'll just come back. Now we have Finger's Defender, a Chaos Eater, Assassin's Dagger, 79 research, 83 mana, 69 farming, and 108 gold. And we don't have to deal with the Abyssal Rift anymore. Like, Joseph was just like the MVP of that entire fight. Because just the sheer amount of damage he can do with his Frost Great Axe. Yeah, because 15... Yeah, because it Charge Strike 15 in physical, 15 cold. That's 30 damage. Let's see, is there something that we can give him to make him even more impressively deadly? I'll leave with that thing. Well, then... That is a base melee attack, so... Oh, he could get it to an additional 2 damage by converting 2 physical damage to 4 lightning. Fighting 2 just... It was just a plus 10% and to overall melee attack damage. Let's go for that. So now it's 32 damage. Presses Force into the Void. Helper gained another province. So I guess we just build a quarry here. Okay, the Astral Dew is here. So if we build an outpost think if we build an outpost, then we just automatically get it once we deal with the army that's blocking. Either automatically get it or they have to move. We have to like build a work camp to have to gain access. Yeah, we can just auto-combat this because it's a safe battle. We gained an extra warrior. Right now we can research. Yeah, I guess we'll research Enchanted Crow Companion. We can probably just start moving some of these guys back towards Halberg. Like we have this thing now. Chaos Bolt holds. Deals either 7 lightning, 7 fire, or 7 frost, unless at random. 30% chance of inflicting a random negative status effect. Consume chaos. Removes all negative status effects. Deals 12 random elemental damage for each status effect removed. Lifesteal. Heal 10 temporary hit points on hit. Defense mode. Chaotic Rebuke. Attackers within 2 hexes have a 60% chance of gaining a random status effect. Whenever another unit dies in battle, this unit gains +1 strength and +5 temporary hit points. And melee mage can now use magic and support abilities while engaged in melee. Alright, let's build this academy. And it's gonna be a couple turns before Qruuz gets back from the void. And there we go, objective completed. It seems we meet under special circumstances, Chaos Prince Qruuz the Silent Death. Perhaps we'll discuss our relations at a later time. You've met Voids here, Acreon on the Endless. While either rulers in the Astral Void, interactions are disabled until the rulers return. Joseph the Cleaver returns to you, visibly relieved. Great news, Chaos Prince Qruuz the Silent Death. Now that we have the Astral Dew, I've built the golems. These iron golems, those can defend your borders now. I can once again embark on journeys of conquest and exploration in your name, liberate from concern and hesitation. Joseph the Cleaver produces a barbed shield. My eldest son took the leftover Astral Dew and made this in the smithy. He where he apprentices. Please accept this gift from my family to you. Joseph the Cleaver used the Astral Dew you found to construct 2 iron golems. He gratefully offers you a shield. Will you accept the barbed shield? See, we can gain the barbed shield. Have your son equip the shield and build himself and serve me as a bastion. Paint my coat of arms onto the barbed shield. It will adorn my throne room. Or just gain +10 and good alignment. Yeah, let's go for getting the bastion. Now we have 2 iron golems. This is considered a risky battle because they're closely matched. But you know what? Let's go manual combat because I went to see Joseph's specialty as a duelist in action because that gives him bumps against other heroes. And in turn, which another reason why could also be that it was considered a risky battle because due to Qruuz being in the void, I don't get to use any spells in this fight. I am entirely reliant just on the units I brought into this battle with me. But I mean, considering the sheer damage Joseph was able to do, I think he can probably handle himself. Granted, his opponent has a crossbow that's looking pretty close to the same level of damage. And, you know, they're able to use magic. Like a lot more than I can. And because, you know, they're not being penalized by the whole ruler in the void situation. Alright, we can finish those guys off. Isn't he supposed to get more damage than that? Or is this mole man just that hardy? Okay, at least they're focusing on just about every unit except for Joseph. Yeah, like he's supposed to get extra damage when he's up against a hero. Oh, but like... Either I'm misunderstanding... But he did get the finishing blow. So now we can just focus on cleaning up this one remaining unit. And that will be it for this fight. And Joseph's just gonna deal 44 damage and finish that guy off. And now Joseph is leveled up again. First strike, when an attacked unit will with first strike will use a retaliation attack first. See, duelist deals 50 plus 50% damage against heroes. See, Sentinel. Well, plus 20% damage via retaliation attacks and opportunity attacks. Presumably that means that he gets to that first strike. So basically when he's attacked, this should let him just wall up whoever attacks him with his charge strike for which yeah it says right here retaliation attacks and opportunity attacks deal plus 20% damage, so this is counting as this because it's his base melee attack. This is the attack that that he'll use in retaliation. Which, if it applies the removes retaliation attack effect of the charge strike, then that also means that, like, what? Well, no, because like when he's being attacked, his attacker isn't using retaliation attacks anyway, so like charge strike is only. Yeah, he also need to make sure that he's moving somewhere around 3 hexes. This is when he attacks, so that he can get up to 60% more damage. He's got Sentinel now, and he can also pick up Mana Unchained and Demon Steps, Summon Elemental. Virulent outbreak. Restoration or draining blade. So see, draining blade is a separate attack. Granted, it is also 30 cold damage. Like honestly, kind of like unfortunately none of these trigger on none of these boost his axe any more than when it's already boosted. See, he's got Materium, Order, and Nature Affinity. Yeah, maybe we go summon Elemental. Further buff his Materium, Affinity. You've also got the Assassin's Dagger. I mean, that must all just go to Qruuz. Because, you know, he's the assassin. And he can't equip Finger's Defender. In fact, I don't think we have anyone that can equip Finger's Defender. We've been keeping track of your capability rankings. You're the most pathetic ruler, and that is how it should be. You really think I'm pathetic when you feel threatened by me? Like, you're just... Like, are you just trying to undermine my confidence? Or something? Like, is that your strategy for making me less of a threat? Maybe soon we go after... We go and try and finish the war with Dondel. Currently got 2 of the over maximum of 3 East cities, but also we've almost got Pact of Loyalty with Thorn. So I think if we're gonna get another city, we're going to want to spend the 200 Imperium for expanded governance. Alright, Qruuz is back. Heck, so that means that... Alright, since Qruuz now has the dagger, that means we might as well give the wand onto Joseph once it's done being transported. And let's just go ahead and auto combat to deal with these guys that were blocking access to these haste berries. He's in our domain. Think of this as an official announcement that I, a Zedivaka, a world shaper, consider you an enemy. The ruler feels threatened by your empire. Also, literally everyone sees me as a potential threat. That's good. Like, you know, I would much rather be seen as a threat than a pushover. Because, you know, oh, well, it seems kind of odd that, you know, being seen as a threat is a penalty to relations. Because, you know, if I'm such a scary threat, shouldn't they want to be my friend? But you know, I am apparently set in second place for military ranking, so although total score I'm only in 8th place. Hey, somehow. Probably mostly because my magic ranking is apparently a little low. You know, let's station these guys. And he's in Hellberg. In order to make sure that it's defended. Your advisors mentioned that Scab have announced costly plans to import food. You contact the city. The administrator of Scab welcomes you in a good mood. I know what you mean to discuss, my Chaos Prince, and you can be proud. Following your benevolent decrees, Scab declared the importation of ample meats and produce for our hungry citizens. Best part, the sea is paying for it all. People of Scab intend to mirror the generosity you display, however Scab will be spending your gold. Well, I am currently losing. I'm currently a deficit on gold and mana income, so I'm gonna instead raise taxes. New Empire development skill available. But unfortunately, I don't have the requisite had Imperium available to actually do anything with that. Alright, receive trade proposal. Yeah, sure. Or if you want to get Wizard's Bond, absolutely. You know, I could use a friend. And now my alignment is evil again. Alright, set production in Scab. Guess we build a market. We might want to also build a shrine. And maybe even a mana obelisk. Two quarries to boost. I think that's already boosted. Yeah. Requires one conduit in order to build a monolith. We don't have anywhere that we can build a conduit. Other than building a channeling tower. I think maybe Aria's production. You know, let's go Forester. Get a little bit of both production and food. Halberg can annex another province. I think we're going for a mine. And then we can just stomp these guys real quick to get that iron deposit. And we might as well build the communal tent over in Halberg. I get the feeling that most are gonna get like the siege started if we went to bring the fight to into Dondel. And then here we can build shrine, trying to get more mana going. Message received. We may not be so different after all, Qruuz. Your actions are promising. By all means, continue. Meeting hostile Dream Vault. Page Elric Astrodal of the Free City Dream Vault greets you with hostility. We occult manlings of Dream Vault will fight for our freedom and stand against anyone who threatens our free city, even when they're led by a chaos prince like you. The blood of invaders, thieves, and spies will nourish the fields. You know, the usual spiel. Well, we've already got a hostile free city that we're dealing with. Honestly, it might be a good idea to just have. Alright, so we're getting another tier 2 tome. Why not say either amplification or mayhem? See, mayhem is randomly displacing enemies and inflicting misfortune. Amplification is enhancing mages as in spellcasting. So it does include chain lightning. So I think I'll go with amplification, mostly for the purposes of getting chain lightning.
Arcane is that it can be turned back on itself, augmenting and amplifying its own essence. Any wizard can cast a spell, but a true master seeks to perfect it and elevate themselves and their magic beyond what mere practitioners think possible.
Yep, resource shortage, gold. Acreon has declared a rivalry. That arcane research. We'll go for conjure amplification pylon. A new rally has started. I think are we not actually able to okay, so I can I'll just sell my old bow. To get some extra gold to help basically keep our economy afloat. That should let us Does it keep from running into issues for another couple turns? And now we're making money. Oh, Dondell has sent a war party. Probably don't want to cast any spells right now. Ooh. Raising seeds grants +1 population to one of your seeds for every 3 population of the city that was raised. We can also gain better outposts, natural recovery, maybe for an additional 15 game points per turn in a friendly domain. Let's go casting reserves. There's that way. Hey, we can gain some additional magical firepower. A distinguished envoy of the Reptilian Survivors Council appears before you. After the required formalities, he states his business. Your Eminence, you know us as Reptilian Survivors as a proud and illustrious people. We seek to elevate ourselves from the worldly muck of this realm, the envoy smirks. We wish to better understand the ways of magic. Over time, we might even might augment our kin in with the powerful flows of the astral sea. You support requests to grow closer to the magic's currents. We kindly request you to construct more conduits. Yeah, I decide what I build on my lands. Mostly because I don't feel like trying to build a whole bunch of conduit. That's right now. And let's just auto combat. Yep, yet another dead hero retrieved. We can annex another province, one of which could be used as a conduit. The vendor wants a farm. I want to be boosted. Let's build a farm here, so that then we can build the vendor in 2 turns. Units with low morale until 22. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, having a major resource shortage of gold is gonna do that. But to vassalize a contested free city. Many rulers will receive a grievance on you when you vassalize the city. Good to know. Let's see, is there anything... Oh yeah, I can give Alric some haste berries and get 80 gold for it. So that gets everybody back to neutral morale because they're not losing out on any wages. Let's see, they've got a pretty substantial force there. However, if we go after these guys right here, we can safe battle auto combat them. However, it is still listed as impossible. Maybe if we take a turn, if we fight these guys, it's high risk. In fact, actually, they basically volunteered their asses to get just auto-combated to death. And now Joseph has another level. Let's give him good old martial expertise. So now he's got 34 damage on his charge strike. And yeah, got Daniel, Knowles, and Dutton. Those are mains. So now it's been reduced down to high risk. And in fact, it's even down to risky. So, you know what, let's start the siege. Let's see, now we can choose pretty much one thing. A battlement defense structure. Yeah, let's just counteract their battlements. However, the actual breach is going to happen next stream, as it is 3 a.m. So that's going to be the end of the stream tonight. Thank you to everyone who stopped by tonight. Next Age of Wonders 4 stream is planned, and for next Thursday, the 31st, the 24th. Next stream in general is planned for Saturday, the 19th, with, I'm not entirely sure yet, possibly a trading card game that's neither Magic nor Yu-Gi-Oh! No, could be something else. Could be AI dungeon, for instance. But I've got, some links in the chat to stuff like my Twitter, my YouTube, and the Discord server that I've recently set up. So let's see who I can raid.